Galitza getting pretty close to McGuigan now. In third place is Chris Burbeck, and right at the back, Gary Davis. Over Snowplow Hop. McGuigan first. Burbeck trying to get back on Davina Galitza, trying to take her on the inside. I think his pride a little bit shattered as he saw Galitza go by, and they bumped there. But still, it's Galitza who holds on to second place. McGuigan out in front. Galitza second, Chris Burbeck third at halfway stage, 2 laps to go, Gary Davis at the back. And Galitza's got a problem. She stalled going over that bump, gets going again, but Gary Davis has passed her along with Chris Burbeck, and she's back in last place. So McGuigan out on his own now. In second place, Chris Burbeck. In third place, Gary Davis. And right at the back, Davina Galitza. Galitza doing all she can to get back. Barry McGuigan in front, in second place, as Ross and Alison cheer their teams on. At the moment, it's Ross in first and last, Alison second and third. 1 lap to go. McGuigan out in front, Burbeck in second place, Gary Davis third, and Davina Galitza at the... doing really well in third place. Davina Galitza still at the back. McGuigan comfortably out in front, but Burbeck is beginning to gain. Burbeck is gaining. McGuigan gets caught there, and Burbeck is quickly making up ground in second place. Gary Davis third. Davina Galitza trying hard to overtake, but as you can see, having terrible trouble. She's more used to truck racing, but it's McGuigan who wins. Burbeck second. In third place, Gary Davis, and Galitza still struggling away. I don't think she's ever driven anything quite this small, and she's been a bit heavy-handed, to be honest with it. But Davina Galitza struggles home for fourth place. But overall, Ross's team, with first and fourth, have done enough to win.
Hey, Barry, what a start! Yes! I knew you'd do it.
Good one.
Well done. How did you manage it?
Well, I do a bit of rally cross, and I found that it's very much the same. When you drive on loose, it's nearly the same as driving on snow. That's why the Scandinavians are the best drivers in the world, because they drive on snow. And it was very easy, you know, it was easy to get it right.
And you enjoyed it?
Enjoyed it.
And a good start?
Massive.
Yo!
Up the blue!
Chris, you all right?
Yeah, fine. That was fun, that.
Well, God, Barry shot off. Did you see him go?
He went very well, really well.
Yeah. It wasn't you that went through the course, was it?
It was, yes.
Oh, you did? What were you doing?
Well, we just got a bit sideways and went on that long corner at the end then. Just round the lock, basically.
I protest! You drove through a fence! He
sorry.
cheated! He cheated!
Get out of this.
He cheated!
It was the shortest route, you know.
That's what I like to hear. I don't mind a good bit of solid cheating, Chris.
That's right, that's
You have the captain's permission, as long as it gets us first place next time, all right?
Thanks, Alison. Cheers.
Not a chance, Holloway. What a start for the Blues. But I have to admit, I'm a little bit worried about Davina.
Now, Ross, you're not going to go on about women drivers, are
Oh,
you?
no, I wouldn't possibly say anything, but look at that. Oh,
I imagine that hurt.
absolutely everywhere.
Let's take a closer look.
Here we go. My personal feeling is I wouldn't like to be stuck in the M25 with her.
She's really giving that machine some welly.
Well, that's one way of putting it, Ali. Not quite the way I would have put it, but I know what you mean.
And that gives you 1 point, you rotter.
Yes, my dear, the first of many.
Okay then, troops. Ross, the boss, is the man with the plan here. Right? We're going to start off. Hang glider. Right, hang glider comes down, okay? Then 3 ace skiers, okay? Simon, Davina, Julia, right? You're going to give it welly right down to there, okay? There, myself and Andrea, you're still going to join on with us. Then we're going to come down. Then Baz, Barry, you are on a ski bob, okay?
Yes,
We come to you, and then you join it, and we all just go for the finish, right? Because every single person counts here. All right?
Okay, let's do it.
Okay.
Right.
You ready?
Okay. Julie.
What bit do I do?
Well, there's a bit, the hang glider comes down and someone jumps off the hang glider and waves a flag. And guess who's doing that?
Cheryl, you start us off. On a little flying machine. Comes over there and you're hanging on nicely, smiling all the way. Is that right?
Yeah.
Fancy that? Smiling. You've got absolutely no choice in the matter whatsoever. Right, now our ace skiers are up there. That's you, David. Julie, you're up there as well. And you happy to do that, Gary? Yeah?
Why are you classing me in an ace skier? This is not very fair. I don't
What
really
you've
want to
been
go up the
telling
top
me.
there, but...
I don't believe a word of it.
So there they all are, the top of Route 66, a challenging alpine mountain piste. But first off, we've got the hang gliders making their short trip. A big moment then for Gilly Johnson and for Cheryl Baker, up with 2 experts. So all they have to do is just hang on and try and enjoy it. There's Gilly. Brilliant scenery, but I wonder if she's able to appreciate it at this very moment. 2 chaperone hang gliders just to make sure that everything's all right. They're making their way now down to the landing area. Delta wing, lightweight, superbly aerodynamic, used in ridge soaring and target landing competitions. So Gilly near to the ground, not a bad landing either. And Cheryl close behind her, so away go the skiers. At the front for Ross's team in blue, it's Simon Baines, followed by Davina Galitza and Julia Snell. And Gilly Curry leads off for Alison's team, followed by David Kilby-Edwards and Gary Davis having his first taste of this downhill. It's Simon Baines in the lead. Simon Baines followed by Gilly Curry. Both freestyle skiers, of course, very much used to this mogul type course. Simon Baines has time to look around and looks in great form at the moment. And Gilly Curry in second place, the current British ballet, aerials and combined freestyle champion. And away down the bottom half of the course goes Ross. Going pretty well too. 10 out of 10 for speed, but not sure about the style marks. Alison doing well, and the form looks a little stronger. Looks a little tentative as our helicopter camera comes in close. Suddenly remembers the tuck position. Well done, Ross. And away go Emlyn and Barry. Emlyn off to a bit of a shaky start. Crazy horse, they used to call him in soccer. Out in front, it's Ross. Beginning to pick up confidence now. Alison doing well in third, but Simon Baines roaring through. And I don't give much for Ross's chances at the moment, but he'll be happy. It's his teammate alongside him. Davina Galitza's in third as the rest follow on behind. No casualties so far. Spoke a little too soon. There's Gary Davis. And Emlyn has passed Barry on the ski bob. But there's our proud leader. But for how long? Whoops. Just a moment's doubt there. And I think he was beaten before that, but there goes Simon Baines sweeping past him and Simon roaring on to victory. So this event going very much to form. Simon Baines wins for Ross's team. Now does Ross get second? Not quite. Davina gets second, Ross third. Then Gilly Curry and David Kilby-Edwards. And Emlyn has beaten Barry on the ski bob, but that's the only good news for Alison's team. Otherwise, it's Ross who's won all the way through. And here comes Gary Davis, a proud man.
Yeah! Who was first?
I was in first, and I think I was just ahead of Davina.
You were brilliant, Barry. It was brilliant. You were so good.
So how am I going to start when I get to the finish here?
Oh. Brilliant. You were brilliant.
Fabulous. Well done, folks. Yeah. Well done, team. The winners!
Gary, I thought you did great.
I really enjoyed it. It was great. But, I mean, it's just seeing all the other skiers, like, disappear in a cloud of dust, you know, and I'm still up there, and they're in the finish line, and I've still got half the course to go. Wait for me.
Your turns were lovely.
I was the only Reds winner. I give McGuigan a severe pounding.
Yeah.
What's the next tactic then?
Straight line and left turn.
Flat out.
Okay, I'm behind you.
I'm behind a lot of you.
Oh, Ali, would you believe it? For the first time in my life, I was in the lead, the helicopter came down and slowed me right down.
But look at the position you're in. You can hardly call that the tuck.
But Ali, the adrenaline was flowing there.
I know. I was behind you for most of the way.
But still, it's another win for the champions, 2 to the Blues.
Yes, but the Reds haven't lost heart.
You've lost everything else.
Well, I must say, Ali, as team captain here, I'm very proud of my team. I think we're doing exceptionally well. They were brilliant there.
Well, as team captain of the red team, I can honestly say that I think my team is doing extremely well, and the competition isn't over yet.
No.
And we know how difficult Route 66 can be because we've seen the professionals do it. They had a spot of trouble on that and also on the track.
They certainly did. Take a look at these and we'll see you after the break.
If you receive some Reader's Digest prize draw numbers, return them immediately, because someone somewhere is going to win £175,000.
Cream Puff by Max Factor is still as popular as ever, and now it's selling at yesterday's prices.
The Comet sale is now on. You know where to come.
Discover the beauty of Yugoslavia with Yugo Tours. It's such good value, too.
Welcome back!
Ali, are you sure this is the way to the supermarket?
Oh, Rossi!
No, we're back in the track for some more action. This time we're starting off in single-seater Desert Stars.
Followed by double-seater Desert Stars, which is what this is. It's called Double Trouble.
Know where we're going now?
Where?
Right in the back!
Now, you've been in Run the Gauntlet before.
Yes, yes.
And
I
you-
had a couple of whoopsies in these before.
A couple of whoopsies?
Yes, I'm a little apprehensive. I'll do my best, but...
What kind of whoopsies?
We've done a couple of somersaults.
All right. Fine.
Yes, so I'm not too many heroics, but I
Okay.
shall get round.
So we'll
in good
be
time.
taking some here. We'll have some jumps from you.
Oh, most definitely.
Right, but no roly-polies, right?
Not too many of those.
Good.
So these will be the second leg, the double-seaters. Tamina Galitza and Julia Snell. Gary Davis and Gilly Curry for Alison's team. Barry McGuigan with Gilly Johnson. Just making sure Gilly. And Cheryl Baker with Chris Burbeck. She looks happier. And the first leg, Alison playing a captain's role, she hopes. And here's a former captain, soccer player Emlyn Hughes, Crazy Horse, his first run out on the Desert Stars. Ross, pretty confident as ever. And Simon Baines, determined. Away we go for the start. And Alison has made a good start. Alison has made a terrific start, but Ross sweeps by. And Ross, pretty ungentlemanly, but he takes the lead, and he means business. So Ross first, Alison in second place. Emlyn Hughes is in third place. And in fourth place, Simon Baines. Quite a surprise. Simon Baines just trying to take the inside on Emlyn. But it's Ross first. Alison in second place. Then Emlyn Hughes. And in fourth place, Simon Baines. These Desert Stars, purpose-built off-road vehicles designed specially for desert racing in California. They go 100 miles an hour out there, slightly slower here, even with the experts. And these are hardly experts. Two-stroke, two-cylinder, 500cc engine. And Ross is the man at the moment. Ross leading. Alison just hanging on to second place. But Ross will be pleased because Simon Baines has made a move on the outside. Simon Baines trying to overtake Emlyn Hughes. Emlyn fighting back on the inside. but Simon will not be denied. Out in front, Ross. In second place, Alison. And Emlyn has shaken off Simon for the moment and is challenging Alison. And Emlyn getting past, pushing Alison aside. I don't think his captain will be too impressed by that. But anyway, Emlyn through to second place. Alison third and Simon Baines fourth. And Alison looks to be in trouble now and has gone from first to last. Sorry about that, Ali. So Simon Baines beginning to race through now. And so is Emlyn. Ross leading at the moment, but Simon Baines coming up quickly on the inside. And Simon Baines has taken the lead. Emlyn has gone into second place. And the captains are now third and fourth. Simon Baines leads. Emlyn Hughes second. Ross King third and Alison Holloway fourth. Ross trying to get back on the inside. But Emlyn, true competitor, fights him off. Emlyn second. Ross still battling away but losing it a bit there. Out in front, Simon Baines looking very healthy indeed. We're coming over to the changeover point now, and the first home will set off 2 double-seaters. And it's going to be Simon Baines home. Simon Baines home first, and off goes Davina Galitza and Julia Snell. Barry McGuigan and Gilly Johnson a little slow away in second place. Chris Burbeck doing really well with Cheryl Baker. And Chris trying to cut up Barry McGuigan. But Barry holds him off. Yes, Barry's been into motor racing since he gave up fighting a couple of years ago and has proved really successful on the track, finding the snow a bit more of a problem. Out in front, Davina Galitza and Julia Snell. On board here with Gary Davis. And it's a battle for Gary at the back. Bit of a chat going on between Galitza and Snell, but they're still out in front. And Barry McGuigan having a problem here, getting stuck. And through into second place, Chris Burbeck together with Cheryl Baker. Barry and Gilly on the move again, but they've been passed and are now back in last place, so a lot to do for Barry McGuigan. So Davina Galitza leads. In second place, Chris Burbeck. The touch wheels there, Chris getting very close indeed now to Davina. Through the deep snow slalom, and a lot of snow being thrown back on Chris and Cheryl. Won't enjoy that much, but they're still very much in contention. Over snow plough hop. The order still the same. Here's Barry McGuigan, battling back, but I'm afraid he's not going to make it. Out in front, Davina and Julia. Bit of leeway now, but no, Chris and Cheryl coming up on the inside. And they've got in front. Chris Burbeck and Cheryl Baker move into the lead. Fine bit of driving from the former rally champion. Chris Burbeck opens up quite a gap now, and it looks like Davina and Julia will have to settle for second place. Less than half a lap to go. And Cheryl getting pretty excited as well. She might. It's been a really thrilling ride. And now they're out in front and looking safe for victory. Must be exhilarating. Bit too much chat going on. A look behind, but they're very comfortably out in front. Davina's struggling now. And over the finish line they go. Chris Burbeck and Cheryl Baker. In second place, Davina Galitza and Julia Snell. A fine battle between those two. Looking for Barry McGuigan, and there he is, facing the wrong way again. It's been a battle for poor Barry. And Gilly Johnson, another not too uplifting run the gauntlet experience. In third place, Gary Davis and Gilly Curry. And here come Barry and Gilly. But I'm afraid it's last for them.
What was it like, Cheryl? Were you frightened stiff going over
No,
those
I was
bumps?
really excited. I'm a terrible passenger in a car, but I don't know me.
She kept
Was
banging
she
me on the
starting
shoulder.
instructions to
She
you?
kept banging me on the arm going, yeah!
And Evelyn, well
But
done.
I feel we give him a good start, Alison, didn't we,
Oh,
darling?
Emily,
We
you
keep
gave a
it
great
right.
start.
Good start, my foot. Look, I was in the lead, let Emlyn through because he just complained to the referees, he always does.
Hang on there, Ross. Watch it. Actually, I gave a brilliant performance in this.
Ali, you were last.
Well, someone has to be.
Yes, but not you every time.
Now, just look at this. Here comes our lad, Chris Banzai, Burbeck and Baker, Cheryl, that is, steaming through.
Yeah, what was Cheryl actually doing, though?
She was talking him round the course.
I don't believe that for a minute. I'll go on then, have your point.
The Reds have won.
But the champions are still in the lead with 2. And there are times when I reckon this programme is just a lot of bally nonsense.
Gilly and Julia are doing a party dare on the slopes. Hang on, where's Rudolph Nureyev in his tights?
Ali, tights in this weather? Okay, Jilly, so you can ski a bit, but how will you fare on a quad bike?
Right, folks, I've got one of these blasters, and this is the way to drive them. Select second gear for that corner there, because the snow is quite soft on the other side. So get second gear, get in tight and stand on the bike if it means going over. You don't need any more than 3 gears. When you come round to the other side, you want a third gear on the other side, second gear on the far corner, and when you come back down over the last jump is third gear again for the next corner, second as you come in, and that's the stuff. Get it on! Come on!
Ready for the start, and Ross looks to have a problem, and you can see in the middle of your picture at the top there, he's looking down and they're away, Ross. Ross, you've got to get going. And a mass start on these 250cc four-wheel race machines, a cross really between motorbikes and off-road race buggies. 6 forward gears, and Barry McGuigan being held off at the moment. Davina Galitza in front, Barry McGuigan in second place, but here comes Barry. Barry takes the lead. So McGuigan in front, Galitza second, Davy Kilby Edwards third for Alison's team. In fourth place, Emlyn Hughes. Coming into cable car turn now, McGuigan building up a healthy lead, but a problem there for Simon Baines. Gets going, but he's lost a lot of ground. Out in front, with 4 laps to go, Barry McGuigan. In second place, Davina Galitza, but the Reds are beginning to threaten. David Kilby Edwards looking good. Kilby Edwards looks as if he's moving into second place. He does indeed. But around Horseshoe Turn, and Emlyn Hughes is going into second place. There's Emlyn. Moved right the way through the pack. Emlyn Hughes in second. David Kilby Edwards third. Davina Galitza fourth. But there's the leader, Barry McGuigan. In second place, Emlyn Hughes. David Kilby Edwards, and then Davina Galitza. And Barry McGuigan, who races these machines round his orchard at home, really showing the way here. McGuigan, he told them how to ride them earlier on, and he's certainly proving his mastery here. 3 laps to go, and Barry McGuigan, well out in front, has time to look back and see the race developing behind him. Emlyn Hughes in second place, David Kilby Edwards, Chris Burbeck moving well as well. And Alison's team beginning to bunch up and threaten, but it's McGuigan out in front. He looks down, there's a problem. McGuigan stops, and Emlyn Hughes can hardly believe it, nor can Chris Burbeck. McGuigan races off to try and get help, but the master is going to be beaten here, and Emlyn Hughes it is who leads at the moment from Chris Burbeck, the rally driver. And Burbeck doesn't take long to get past. He must have thought there was no chance of victory here. McGuigan back and battling away, struggling to get the machine started, but he can't. In front, Chris Burbeck, the rally driver, 25 years old. Behind him, Emlyn Hughes. Won't tell you how old he is, but he's doing pretty well. And a chance for Burbeck to sign to Alison Holloway that he feels pretty confident. And they've built up a healthy lead. In third place, David Kilby Edwards. Here's Barry. Careful, Barry. There's the leader, Burbeck. And Alison's team, well, they must be very happy with life. But Barry will be a bit deflated after that.
We saw you just stop.
I was looking around behind him, I was miles in front, and the bike just cut out and stopped.
Oh no, did you put your finger on the wrong switch or something?
No, I checked all the switches. You know what, some of those guys must have doctored it. You know? Put some water in the petrol tank or whatever.
I'm awfully sorry that the Reds are now
I know
in
you
the
are.
lead.
Good job.
Still managing a smile. They clear his bike away, and it's just as well, because here come the leaders, and it's Burbeck in front from Emlyn Hughes. And Alison's team look as if they're going to have a clean sweep here. Emlyn doing really well to hang on. They're the leading protagonists. Ross King doing well and passing Davina Galitza there. So Ross doing all he can for his team and chasing David Kilby Edwards in third place. Coming into the finish now, and Chris Burbeck just lengthening his lead. Goes over the last jump. Burbeck wins. Emlyn Hughes in second place. David Kilby Edwards, the freestyle specialist, he'll take third. And the first blue home will be the captain, Ross King, in fourth. Davina Galitza is fifth, but it's the Reds first, second and third.
Anyway, we got 1, 2 and 3, didn't we?
Yeah,
Super.
no.
And what about McGuigan?
Hey, hold on a
He's
second.
he's supposed to be so good at this.
Hey, hold on a second. I was about to lap you. I was going that fast, I was going to lap you. And the bloody bike stopped.
The bike stopped.
Somebody's been at my
bike
bicycle.
stopped.
It started again.
We had you, mate. We had you.
We had
You
you.
were too good
Very
at
good.
this. Well done, Paul. Super stuff.
I just can't believe the opportunities that I'm giving your side here, Ali.
What do you mean, Ross? Your blues were dropping like flies. Look, there's another one that's gone.
My start wasn't that impressive either, was it?
Ah, did you know what you were on? It was a bike.
I wasn't sure which end was which.
Ah, but there's my man, number 7, Chris Burbeck, showing how to do it.
And there's Emlyn showing how not to do it.
Ah, come on, he did come second.
Yeah, nice one, Emlyn.
And that gives the Reds another point. And to coin a cliché, things couldn't be closer.
Still, Barry is determined to redeem himself here. And in this 3-stage relay race, triple trouble, already Baz has forged into the lead.
Ross?
Yes?
You better get on with it. You're in the 3rd leg.
I'm off. It's back to you, Simon Reed.
1 lap to go in triple trouble, and Barry McGuigan and David Kilby-Edwards battling it out, and Barry McGuigan has not had it all his own way. David Kilby-Edwards in the lead. 1 lap to go, and then 3 laps of pilots, and then 3 more laps of the single-seater Desert Stars. McGuigan takes over the lead. His pride very much at stake here. He told them he was the boss at this quad racing, and now he's at last beginning to prove it. Not happy with the way that Emlyn Hughes was taking the mickey. David Kilby-Edwards in 2nd place. Simon Baines 3rd. Gary Davis 4th. They're the pilots waiting for their start, an all-girl lineup. And Barry McGuigan gives the girls in the blue team, in Ross's team, a terrific start. And it's Julia Snell, the freestyle skier, who takes the lead from Andrea Boardman. Cheryl Baker has the inside line as they go round Horseshoe Turn. And the turn too tight for Cheryl. She's stuck, she shouts, and she certainly is. Alison Holloway moves into 2nd place. It's a real captain's role from Alison. Out in front, Julia Snell. Alison Holloway in 2nd place. Andrea Boardman back in 3rd, and Cheryl Baker, after her misfortune, 4th. Alison turning on the power, but too much. Forgot there was a turn there, Ali. Up the north wall. And it's Julia Snell first, Alison 2nd, Andrea Boardman 3rd. And Cheryl Baker way back in 4th. 5 laps to go, 2 more for the pilots, and then they hand over to the Desert Stars. But the order still the same. Julia Snell first. Alison, just a bit too much power all over the circuit and having to use the brakes too much through the deep snow slalom. Alison gaining ground again. Andrea Boardman in 3rd. And Alison beginning to threaten. And I can assure you these girls are taking this very seriously indeed. Real competitive instincts coming out here. All of these girls successful in their own field, and it's not by chance. And the speed equates very well to the speed the men were producing earlier on. 1 lap to go then in these pilots, and then on to the Desert Stars. The order the same. Julia Snell out in front. Alison Holloway battling away. Still going just a fraction too wide. Through deep snow slalom, and these two have opened up a big gap to Andrea Boardman and another long gap to Cheryl Baker. There are the Desert Stars waiting to start the last leg, and it looks as if Ross's team is going to get the better start, although Alison is hanging on. David Kilby-Edwards anxious for the team to get a good start, and away they go. And Davina Galitza has got a good start, as so has Ross King. And it's Ross's team 1st and 2nd at the moment. But Chris Burbeck, the favourite, the rally driver, moves into 2nd place. Davina Galitza out in front. Then Chris Burbeck. In 3rd place is Ross. And at the back, Emlyn Hughes. So Davina Galitza, the former truck driver, leads Chris Burbeck, the rally driver. There's been keen rivalry all the way through the day between these two. It's Davina who leads, Chris 2nd, and Emlyn looks badly stuck there. And I think that's the end of Emlyn Hughes as a competitive force in this race. 2 laps to go. And Emlyn getting some help, but still not moving. But she certainly is moving. And Davina Galitza, who calls herself the fastest woman on earth after her Grand Prix and truck racing days, showing the way to Chris Burbeck. Tremendous grip they get on this snow. Powdery snow, but unstudded tyres, but still this amazing grip, and still no movement at all for Emlyn Hughes. Causing a bit of a barrier. Ross goes past him in 3rd place, and at last signs of life. But he will not be a happy man. Davina Galitza leads. Bank full of snow for Chris Burbeck in second place. Chris, who came into the race very much the favourite, but is not making up any ground. In fact, Davina's getting away. And the only barrier between her and the finish line is Emlyn Hughes' car. I wonder if it'll prove a crucial factor. Galitza leads, slows down. Burbeck goes wide, but has not made any ground. Julia Snell cheering Davina home. And it looks like she'll get away. She's got no problems at the moment. Over the last jump, and Davina wins. Chris Burbeck in second place. Emlyn still struggling to get away. And at last, the motor roars with some purpose, and away he goes, but he'll be comfortably last. And it's another win for the blue team as Ross King takes third place.
Well done, team! I couldn't see them. I'd like some mirrors for next time. I didn't know where they were.
Davina, I knew you'd come good eventually.
Well, you know.
When we were sitting up at the back there, I couldn't believe the way the girls took the jumps.
The last time they talked about women drivers.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Great.
Oh, my, it's the late Mr. Hughes. Emlyn, anytime today.
Where did we finish?
Something last night. Just popped to Sweden for half an hour.
Yeah, the Blues are back where they belong. Back in front, 3 points to 2.
Hang on there, there are plenty more races to go, so look out for more action from this lot of skiing fools
Especially that one at the front at the moment.
when the Alpine Challenge, the Celebrity Special, continues.
I think we're a gift from the gods. A gift from the gods. I've got a little gift for them.
And they're celebrating with Weetabix for breakfast.
Weetabix? Weetabix?
Have you had your Weetabix?
Thomas Cook are offering up to £260 off next summer's holidays. So it won't cost you a fortune to bear all.
Welcome back to Run the Gauntlet, the Alpine Challenge. Julia, how do you feel about to be driven by me?
Great. I hope we're going to take some big area.
We certainly are. We're going to do our best. This now is the Massed Desert Stars. Sounds like a pipe band, doesn't it?
Makes a change from radio, this, doesn't it?
It's, well, actually, no, they're quite similar, really.
Are they?
No, it's very different, but it's nice to get out of the studio and do something like this. It's great fun.
Yeah. Are you sports mad?
Yeah, I love sport, but I'm more of a jack of all trades and master of none. So I do loads of different sports, but do them all very badly.
What about racing in something like this?
Well, the only racing I've ever done before has been in a demolition derby, where you're actually supposed to smash in old bangers into other cars. So, yeah, seriously. So that's the only form of race training I've had, and it's not quite appropriate for today's racing, but it's great fun.
I don't think it'd be too popular if you start doing that to this car.
If we turn over on one of these jumps, just hang on to here, okay?
Don't worry, I
And
will.
we'll come back onto the wheels, and I'll just keep accelerating away.
They don't actually take it into account that, you know, this guy's a DJ, he's not a rally driver, he's not a championship skier.
So the thing is, what is your phone number, Julia?
Hi. We're set, we're set.
Cheryl Baker, she looks optimistic as she